Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. I received a fun new toy from scrapbook.com and I thought I would do a quick unboxing. This is Sizzix Big Shot Switch Plus in the Cherry Blossom color, and this color is exclusive to scrapbook.com, and it's a beautiful pink color, so I was really excited to receive this. And if you aren't familiar with the Big Shot Switch machine, this is an electric die cutting machine and it also does embossing. So when you first open the box, there are two cutting plates on the top. Next we have the Big Shot Switch Plus platform and also the adapter pad A. And I really like that they have the visual sandwich printed right on both of these plates. Since this is one of the starter kits, it does include an assortment of dies and also an embossing folder. I received 3 different die sets with some beautiful florals, a fun little pattern background, and also a set of hexagons. Then there is a 3D embossing folder. It's a really fun design with lots and lots of hearts. There are different starter sets available, and I will have a link in the description box. So if you are interested, be sure to check out all of those different options so you receive the dies that you want. The next item in the box is the instruction guide. It looks fairly thick, but only because it's printed in several different languages. Then we have the plug-in, and everything is packaged so nicely. So I'll remove this cardboard piece. The machine does have a little bit of weight to it, so I'm not going to try to lift this up on camera. I'll get the rest of it unpackaged off screen. So here it is, mostly unpackaged. It's a beautiful pink color. There is a plastic film that covers the entire machine, and you simply need to peel that off, and that just helps protect it during shipping. Once all of that plastic is removed, I'll open this front piece, and this is where you'll feed your plates with the dies or embossing folders. And I forgot to point it out, but there's also a storage compartment on that piece that folds down. So you can keep some of your tools or maybe some of your favorite dies in there. So I'll turn my machine so you can get a little better look. On the top of the machine there are 2 buttons. One is the on and off button and the other is reverse. The nice thing about the machine is you don't need to hold down a button while you're doing your die cutting or embossing. There's a front sensor inside the machine and it'll pull your plates through. You can always use the reverse button if you need to do a second pass through, but you're not supposed to use the reverse if your plates have already gone past that front sensor bar. I do have plans to do another video later using the machine once I've played around with it a little more, but I thought it would be fun to just go ahead and try it out the very first time on video. I'm using a couple of products from scrapbook.com. I have their Sherbet smooth cardstock and also their Hello Bloom shape dies. I'm going to use this lovely green color and the sentiment Hello. This is a fun die set. It has 4 different sentiments: hi, hello in 2 different fonts, and thanks. And it also has the outline for each of the sentiments. Then there are several different images of butterflies and flowers. To get started, I'll add the platform, the adapter plate A, one of the cutting plates, then I'll put the piece of green cardstock down and the die on top facing down. Then I'll add another cutting plate on top, and it's important to make sure everything is straight. You don't want it going in crooked. And that's true with any die cutting machine. You never want to force your plates through the machine. As I mentioned, this is my very first time trying the machine, and it's very obvious I have no idea what I'm doing. But you can learn from me that this is actually really, really easy. If your machine is on, you don't need to push any other buttons. You simply push your plates in until that sensor detects it, and it'll automatically pull those plates through to the other side of the machine. I didn't record the sound while I'm doing the die cutting. It is an electronic machine, so there is some noise, but it's not really loud. My recording area isn't real large, so I was struggling trying to fit everything on screen. So I did have to shift my machine off to the right so the plate could go all the way through. But once it was finished, you can see how beautifully this cut out. The edges are nice and crisp. I didn't have to push it out using a piercing tool. I'm really happy with the results. Next, I thought I would try a cover plate, and this is also from scrapbook.com. Has a lot more detail, and sometimes that can be tricky when you're die cutting it out. I'll use the same piece of green cardstock, place the die on it facing down. I'll put my cutting plate on top, give the plates a little nudge until the machine grabs them and pulls them through to the other side. I did speed up my video just a tiny bit, but for the most part, you can see how long it takes to run those plates through the machine. Then I'll remove the cutting plate, and again, you can see how beautifully this cut out. All of those teeny tiny pieces cut out completely. A few of them I'm popping out with my finger, but they are completely cut out. I'll lay it on top of the machine so you can see all that lovely detail. With some of my manual die cut machines, sometimes I have one side where the pressure isn't quite as even, so I will have to flip around the die to make sure everything cuts out. But this was so easy since I only ran it through one time. I've only used it twice and I'm already loving this machine. I also wanted to mention that scrapbook.com has magic mats that are designed to fit this machine. You simply replace the cutting plates with the magic mats, and you can use one magic mat or you could use two. I tend to use one magic mat and still one of the regular cutting plates, but the plate that I cut into is the magic mat. I'll do a quick example. I have the platform, the adapter plate A, one of scrapbook.com's magic mats, piece of cardstock, the die, and one of the cutting plates on top. And as you can see, the machine is censoring everything and pulling those plates straight through to the other side. Once it's all the way through, I'll remove the cutting plate and you can see that this flower cut out beautifully. I use the magic mats all the time and they do tend to last longer than the acrylic plates, which is really nice. I'm so excited to play around with this machine more, and I will have a card video coming soon using this machine and an assortment of scrapbook.com products. If you are interested in purchasing this machine, I do have links provided in the description box below. I love the beautiful pink cherry blossom color, and this is exclusive to scrapbook.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.